Right then, ladies and gents, second video of the week from the beautiful Monza circuit. We're really enjoying this race this week. You saw us win on the last episode. The guy in front of us choosing not to pit. Obviously, it's a mandatory pit stop, but this looks a little bit quicker. We've got Lightspeed Racer and Milovkovic, who appear a little bit quicker than us, and it's got to be said the cars behind Bruno Mar 34 also in the mix, so it should be a good race. It's competitive again. A win might be a stretch, but a podium's certainly on. Right then, P3. Turn 1 always interesting at Monza, as you probably saw on the couple of YouTube shorts I stuck on. But yeah, get through turn 1, 10 laps. We normally pit around lap 6, lap 7, depending on what it's like with traffic. But let's see if we can make another good performance here at Monza and see if we can get a podium. Decent start. I think the guy in front's in a BMW. He seems to be warming his tyres up a little bit. Here we go then, turn 1. We've got a car up us inside. We're going to not fight that too much. We got a little bit wide on the exit. Lot of chaos. Lots of chaos behind. We lose one position off the start. I'm not too upset with that. Now we can start settling into the race. Oh, he's gone, he's gone, he's gone. The man at his home Grand Prix, Bruno Mar. He lost it in that Ferrari. And that's allowed us back. 4P3, the car behind maybe got a little bit caught up in that as well. But we'll take that. 2 seconds now off the front runners. Can we keep hold of a podium here? This is what we've got to look to do. And we're not going to do it like that, because that is deep. Couple of errors there. We're going to be in a battle in a very short while, I would imagine. Now, I don't know whether that's optimal, but we keep switching down to second in the Parabolica, and it's working well for us. Just over half a second the gap, but Slipstream is mighty, mighty powerful around here. Is he going to go for a move into the chicane? I sincerely hope he isn't. And he isn't. And to be fair, we took that chicane rather nicely. Starting to pull a little bit of a gap here, which is what we want and what we are doing. Despite pulling a gap to P4, we're actually chasing down P2. We've took half a second out of him on this lap so far, and that is much better. That is much, much better through there. 1.4 seconds. Is the Croatian gonna start feeling the pressure? You certainly hope so. And you would suggest he is, because coming towards the end of lap 2, he ran very, very wide out of there, and that has allowed us to pick up the slipstream as we set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix and our fastest lap ever at Monza in this car. That was one hell of a lap from us. That might be right on the edge of track limits. Right on the edge. I would expect a penalty, and we got one. But also, the good news is that so did our friend in front, who's looking very, very raggy at this moment in time. Is this going to provide an opportunity for us? I'll tell you what it is going to do. These 2 penalties are going to provide an opportunity for the man in 4th place at the minute, but there's a 2-second gap at this moment. But we are all over this man in front of us. Is he going to lose it? It looks like he might. This is going to be ever so close. He covers us off. We tried to get the better exit, you would argue. And we've possibly just about done it, and he pits. Was he feeling under a little bit too much pressure there? Was it getting to him? And now we've got to try and pull out the gap on this man behind once again, but a couple of pit there. That was some close battling. There was a moment in that bit of racing there where we felt in the zone. We were setting fastest laps and fastest sectors, sorry. Lightspeed Racer's obviously a little bit quicker than us, we accept that. But my word, we were pumping in some times there. And now all I'm really concerned about is the gap to P3. I think we will resume the battle with the Croatian a little bit later on. But the battle for P2 is between 3 cars, of which at the moment we are leading. Although that was not a good lap from us, a second down on his best. I'm just looking at the top, so P4 now is just ahead of another car in P5, so really we would be in the fight with him. I think there's an option. Tyres are just starting to feel a little bit. There might be an option to pit at the end of this lap. That might be the wise thing to do. Cautious as well. Don't want to get undercut by the Austrian. Whew, a lot to think about. Strategy, driving. There's a lot to think about here. But at the moment we're doing just enough. But we are going to pit right now. Lap 6, we're in to the pits. We're going to have a little drink as well. Papa West in P3 decided to pit as well. Looks like we've been a bit better on his fuel than he has. It's a decent stop. Of course it's a decent stop. It's standard, but still, it's a decent stop. Right, where is the Croatian? Has he managed to get the undercut? He's going to fancy the move into here. We keep it nice and tight. We tried to give him the room. Can't say he gave us too much on the exit. We are, what, 2.5 seconds in front of the Austrian. But the battle for P2, this is it, ladies and gentlemen, now. And that were very, very tight on pit exit. Let me know if we deserved a little bit more space there. But let's see what we can do now. This will now be one on track. And a half a second penalty. We seem to get this penalties in pairs, me and this guy. It must be said. And again, this is going to let the Austrian behind us back in. We're quicker. .5 seconds. That'll probably come down to about, what, 1 and a bit, you'd say? The thing here now, we need to make sure we don't lose any time with this guy here. And that were nice. We're going to be alongside you this time, mate. It's closing, it's closing, it's closing. Two very, very different lines through there. But we will get the slipstream. Oh, there is some battling going off here. It's Lamborghini versus Nissan. I do like that car as well. I drove that last week. This is very close. And it's very clean battling as well. We're enjoying it. Fair play to you, mate. This is going to be a good last couple of laps, this. Coming towards the end of lap 8, we are 1.1 seconds. This is probably the biggest buffer he's had during this race from us. So hopefully we get a little bit of slipstream here. We seem to be picking a little bit up, not too much. But we need a couple of decent laps to catch him and get P2. And now he's made a big error. Big error through the chicane. And now we end up basically pushing him through that corner in the end. Oh, he's going to be regretting that. He's going to be panicking about that mistake. That's going to be on his mind. It's going to be a last lap battle between these two cars. This could be one of the most exciting things we've seen. I'm not too fussed about getting you through here, mate, if I'm completely honest. Trying to get the optimal line. I was more focused on the exit. We probably could have gone for it there. And the Austrian ex-Leo, he's not out of this either. As we come onto the final lap, it's 3 cars battling for P2. And we get a decent exit, but not as good as the car behind. I think we've got to make the move into the chicane. I think this is where we go. We're keeping all the slipstream. We dive to the left. He blocks us off. We look to the inside. Can we get a better exit? Oh my God. He covered us off beautifully. Defended well. He has been known to make a mistake through the chicane, as have we. Is he going to make a mistake on this final lap? And the Austrian behind is also looking, can he make a move on his ear? Didn't make a mistake through that one. We go wide. We went a little bit wide. We're actually now under pressure. He's got a penalty, so it's not really going to matter. Hopefully, he's not going to attack us with that penalty. He's going to attack us with that penalty. Why, oh why would you do that, my friend? It's forced us wide. We were never... To be fair, and we get a track limits penalty as well. And that has cost us in 2 laps, in 2 corners. We lose the podium. Oh my word. Gear changes have gone to pot. And we just got a little bit flustered in the end there, didn't we? Didn't take the chance when we possibly could. We actually got a 1-second penalty to finish with as well. Oh, good racing though, that. Really, really positive racing from Milovkovic or Milovokic. Ex-Leo, there was some good racing there. Lightspeed Racer was in a total league of his own. Oh, let me know what you think down in the comments. Where did it all go wrong in that last couple of corners? You felt as though we got the momentum going into that final lap, but didn't quite manage it. But P4 will take it on the day. Clean race on the whole. Couple of track limits penalties. But yeah, another really, really good contest there. Hope you've enjoyed that one again. Please do remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next race. Ta-ra!